like he itty bitty. He can it is not none of you getting with me. Only the realest be sitting with me. Shout out the ones that be dealing with me. I got no chill, no one chilling with me. I got no chill, no one chilling with me. Gotta have dry like a stick shift. Gotta go hard on a big trip. Gotta run it up a little quick. I don't wanna talk, just move some. You hard flex finna move some. Don't just look at me do some. I done came up finna some.
I'ma worry about how I grow. Can't shit with me if we not same boat. My friends and they on my phone. You don't know who to trust no more. Can I trust anyone at all? Run up these digits, I gotta. I'm on a mission, I got a vision. Keep myself distant, stay on my business. I'm living, I'm sipping. I'm different, move different, move different. Yeah, I don't know, let them present for Christmas. I want it all at my holiday wish. What I got on, I went fishing, attend my woman out. I just keep my woman in good condition. Multiply money, don't do the vision. On me, worry about your bread, cause I'm getting to the screen. You know I got tape, see that you met from the look in you. Know me, they know I don't play. Look up to me like I'm a saint. I'm a superhero without a cape. Tryna make it and just go out of state. Don't mind me, I'm doing okay. Got some more money, showing my own bank. See all this fashion, you know I got tape. See that you met from the look in your know me, they know I don't play. Look up to me like I'm a saint. I'm a superhero without a cape. Tryna make it and just go out of state. Don't mind me, don't mind me. I said don't mind me. No, no, don't mind me. Don't mind me.
Peace be under you, mind frame, you don't speak, sup with you, time change, front door, always open, come on in, certain rooms, it's off limits if you troubling, I can spot it like computers, you ain't got no drive, you just wait for me to boot up, I keep hope alive, on my shoulders is my future, I'm coaching the team, got no players left to suit up, put me in, Hall of Fame, but off the wall, a flower grew in the shade, in front of y'all, a power move, if you want. Ain't no water under bridges, I get wet and I'm repellent. Shower proof, keep it clean until I can. I take it there, never been, but confident. I make it there, harmful or you harmless. I keep calm until you aren't. We aiming at each other, overcome it. I say two brothers walking through the world unprepared. One little fear while the other one dead. Along came a chance, neither one of them to share. Are they aiming at each other or the air? Go ahead, just shot. You don't know somebody to somebody who you're not. You don't know somebody to somebody who you're not. Peace be unto you, mind frame. Now you speak what you need. Times change, pounds to the lobby. If you think that you somebody who can't hold an open door, well then history gets copied. If you poor long enough, or you rich for a while, you think it is meant to be. Turn your status to a style. Take a job, take a. I'm just trying to lift my burden and your loss. Gets it light, is there a habit or a law to break? Be accountable, countering what y'all can say. If I be thought it's who I call to pay. It doesn't matter if it's right, it wasn't wrong today. But by tomorrow, wonder bridges where the water lays. Why bring it up, just let it go, we get along that way. But if you stuck, I build a moat, you run, I run ashore. You need a boat, I budget cut and lead you all astray. I say two brothers walking through the world unprepared. One lit fear while the other one dead. Along came a chance, neither one of them to share. Are they aiming at each other or the air? Go ahead, shot, shot. to somebody who you're not. You don't know somebody to somebody who you're not.
What's up, Hoop fans? This is NBA 2K, and right now we've got a chance to check out the My Player build process. Let's see what it's about. Tonight we'll see the Washington Wizards as they play against the Milwaukee Bucks. Here we go, basketball fans. Joined by Brian Banafitemi and Tim Schwartz, this is Blake Suniga welcoming you in. All eyes on My Player tonight.
I'll definitely be tracking him, Blake. I'm excited to see where his game is. Each contest...
Oh, get out of his way! Get out of the way!
Yeah, please, that was something else.
That's not as easy as he made it look, guys. You got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those.
Okay, he's got some skills.
You know it. I mean, this man can climb the ladder.
Now here's Avdia. Middleton defending. Basket good.
How good that? He can make a defender look foolish with moves like that.
Playing the point in Milwaukee is a little different. We're running with MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, the Greek freak might almost be 7 feet tall. He handles the ball. So as a point guard, I'd like to have the ability to operate without the ball, which probably means having a nice spot-up shot.
And yep, it's good.
How can you stop that? With a crossover that quick, a defender has to be almost superhuman to stay in front of him.
Hachimura, defended by Antetokounmpo. Giannis Antetokounmpo with the block.
Can't afford to throw up anything weak around Giannis. His reach allows him to volleyball spike these shots back.
This is his first free throw attempts of the game. That's no good on the free throw.
First team foul.
And he sinks the second. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Now here's My Player. Beal covering. My Player outside. And My Player throwing it down hard.
And this is one of the reasons why the team is in charge of this game right now.
There's a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Yeah, I used to love going up and jamming it like that. Check my rookie year highlight reel. I was throwing it down left and right.
Well, we are in the midst of the three-point shooting era. Every team wants 4 to 5 people on the court at all times who can hit from range. How's that affect new players?
The thing is, for guys like My Player, if you can't shoot from deep, you better have a good wingspan and play defense. I mean, you better be great at everything else, because with how good NBA defenses have become, that three-point shot is a must for spacing.
It's not just that, Brian. It's almost become a math equation, thanks really to the Houston Rockets. If you don't win the three-point battle, you need to win the turnover or rebounding battle to get more possessions. And you know, in addition, you got to shoot a great percentage from the field. So the three ball has changed everything over the last maybe 5 or so years.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first. And the foul called on My Player. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Bucks on D. Right wing. Pass to Beal.
Well, you can call it great defense. You can call it bad offense. Either way, they've limited their scoring.
Hey, they're ahead in the scoreboard, and that's all that matters.
And that one's good. My Player.
a tremendous first quarter shooting the basketball.
Yeah, just some really impressive scoring. Everything seems to be going in.
Beal gets the bucket.
With effortless mechanics, Beal always has to be accounted for, especially in the mid-range.
And that one's good. My player.
They're scoring not carloads, not van loads, boatloads, big boatloads of buckets at the rim today.
Well, the defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's helped them get that ball in close time after time.
Nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And they definitely need to get going. They wouldn't mind shaving a few more points off the lead right away.
Yeah, it starts with defense here.
Yeah, if the defense keeps giving up soft buckets like that, it won't be a lead for long. Trust me, guys.
And thinking of Drew Holiday, let's say you're a point guard that wants to successfully coexist with him. How would you do it?
Well, he's a seasoned floor general who knows a thing or two about running an NBS. So as a point guard, I wouldn't worry too much about initiating. I would focus more on executing when the ball comes your way.
But he's also a good scorer, and I'm sure he'd appreciate the chance to work off the ball at times. We've seen him do it a few times. So in that case, you better be ready to put your handles in vision on full display.
Here's Beal. No good, and he's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far.
Not his best quarter as far as scoring. We'll see if he can get back on track. He's been unconscious this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Now the Bucks moving it up. And foul hard that time, and he'll get 2 shots at the line. Kyle Kuzma picks one up, and this is his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game here.
The line for the Bucks.
He makes 1 for 2 that time. Kuzma outside. It's Beal on the wing. And stolen by Giannis. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Bucks out in front. They lead by 8.
So seeing my player get after it through 1, how's he looking out there?
To me, his instincts on defense really showed through. Picked up a number of steals, and that's the kind of thing that can get you out and running, get you easy baskets.
It's also the kind of thing that can fluster an offense, especially if it keeps happening. Now, we're going to see if they're able to adjust and start taking better care of the ball.
They're just killing them in the paint.
You can say that again. I mean, the defenders aren't being nearly aggressive enough down low.
They're just killing them in the paint.
Thank you.
What a potential player to team up with as a my player point. 2019 NBA MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo. How do you work with him?
You might be a point as your official position on the roster, but you need to learn to play without the ball. Giannis is a great playmaker, especially late in games. He can dominate the ball. So before we get into traditional one skills, the ability to spread the court with shooting is huge.
And Giannis draws a ton of attention, so you will get open looks. I would say just look to get Giannis involved when you do have the ball. If he has a mismatch, find him ASAP. But with how great of a teammate he is, man, what a star to run with.
That one falls, so he hits them both. And here's Dinwiddie. Kuzma outside. And the foul called on my player. That's foul number 2 for him.
And with 2 fouls now, he really has to play in control for the rest of this half.
And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Kuzma outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one comes up a bit short.
He kind of short-armed that one after doing a nice job to get open. Disappointing.
And that one's good. My player.
He clearly had the speed advantage there, and he used it to burn the D for the sweet hoop. Nice play.
Dinwiddie with it. My player's there.
Making the D look foolish, that was one heck of a move to get himself the space he needed.
And how about the slam to finish it off? Not too shabby either.
I'll take both.
Safe to say, that was a good-looking play from start to finish.
My player left side. Good D by Harrell.
They can shave the deficit to single digits right here.
And the Bucks certainly have a championship contending roster. But Brian, they're still looking to get over that hump as a unit.
Definitely, Blake. But with Giannis at the helm, I think there's going to be a title parade in Milwaukee sooner rather than later. They also have a nice core around him, and this team is no joke.
Well, there's certainly a legit Eastern Conference threat. They have a lot of potential, but for me, it's about turning that into production.
Stayed as cool as he could be under the pressure of the double team. Terrific pass.
Here's my player.
25 points in the game. From past the arc. And they pick up two.
Not much the D can do once he gets to the bucket.
For those joining us, we're in the second quarter with just about 3 minutes gone by.
Putting the great wingspan to use. Harrell's an absolute monster above the rim.
Here's my player. That shot off.
The Wizards trail.
Big spitter, only competition I would probably have. It's a twin system. Half full or half empty. Heart's full, it ain't empty. Pull up with love, no envy. Pull up with Ez in a Bentley. Don't need them to accept me, but you are gonna respect me. I got a beast in my belly, don't tempt me. We're in the belly of the beast, is deadly. Half full or half empty. Heart's full, it ain't empty. Full up with love, no envy. Kenzo, Fendi, no Mackenzie. Don't need them to accept me, but you are gonna respect me. I got a beast in my belly, don't tempt me. We're in the belly of the beast, is deadly. What the f they started? This ain't your average artist. Yeah, I grew up on Heartless, but I never been half-hearted. It don't depend who's asking, suck what, it couldn't be me you're speaking to. These man didn't believe in you, now they wanna chill with you. This comes to me naturally. This ain't no gimmick or act to me. Me, that's like then walk off casually. Try know that I'm active. Try me cause I'm match fit. TB still gang haters see me and get on some fanny. The fact is, I've never fallen off. I paid the cost to be the boss. I took the loss, I made it back. Now I just and make it stack. It is what it is. Now you can't play with the facts. I know what it is. Now I can't forget what it is. I was one of those kids in the flats. It's just the life that we live. Half full or half empty. Heart's full, it ain't empty. Pull up with love, no envy. Pull up with Ez in a Bentley. Don't need them to accept me, but you are gonna respect me. I got a beast in my belly, don't tempt me. We're in the belly of the beast, is deadly. Half full or half empty. Heart's full, it ain't empty. Full up with love, no envy. Kenzo, Fendi, no Mackenzie. Don't need them to accept me, but you are gonna respect me. I got a beast in my belly, don't tempt me. We're in the belly of the beast, is deadly. Round there gets down there gets. It's kinda mad when your brethren falls in love with a still rough, rugged and ready. If they're coming, I'm ready. I've done it already. I ain't running, I'm running it red. See, these men are just desperate. Do anything for the best look. Can't hear when they're speaking backwards. Forwards where I put my best foot. Diamond a shine and a glisten. Jump in the Benz, time for the mission. I'll put my gold true face on. A real boss don't need permission. And the fact is, I've never fallen off. I paid the cost to be the boss. I took the loss, I made it back. Now I just and make it stack. It is what it is. Now you can't play with the facts. I know what it is. Now I can't forget what it is. I was one of those kids in the flats. It's just the life that we live. Half full or half empty. Heart's full, it ain't empty. Pull up with love, no envy. Pull up with Ez in a Bentley. Don't need them to accept me, but you are gonna respect me. I got a beast in my belly, don't tempt me. We're in the belly of the beast, is deadly. Half full or half empty. Heart's full, it ain't empty. Full up with love, no envy. Kenzo, Fendi, no Mackenzie. Don't need them to accept me, but you you are gonna respect me. I got the beast in my belly, don't tempt me. Wearing the belly of the beast is deadly.
Turn me up. I gotta move, I gotta go, I gotta prove, I gotta know, is it the truth? I gotta grow, I gotta grow, I gotta grow, I gotta win, I gotta see, gotta repeat, my odyssey, hands in the sky, come follow me, come follow me, come follow me, I gotta leave, whoa. You can trap everyone else, but you ain't trapping me, no. Be talking that they ain't even seen. Just trying to get in the swim like I caught me a green coat. I do the for the city, the one you can lean on. My mistake, bro, never by mistake. This more like for my mama's sake. This something you cannot relate. This feel like plaques out the gate. Pray it's the same that the father say. Know that the aim all kinda straight. Eyes on the game while you contemplate. Don't cooperate with the opposition. My position on the rise till I get in the top position. All eyes on the in my composition. What a competition. I've been searching lately. I ain't found them. A lounging, probably a housing. I had to take a step back from around you. I had to boss my life up and astound you. I need a queen of good and crown it. I need my whole hood to see the trees and the sun beaming, nice breeze. I clean the whip and hit the strip. You seem to miss the scheme with this. And leave a miss and leave a list. We don't seem to. I read he don't seem legit. He don't seem to fit. A tail, I can see the fin. Beware, knowing he pretend. Aware, that be sneaking in. Prepare for who was peeking in. During boss talking, now they see the win. The season in for reaching in the peak is something unseen. I can put the pen for ink and see these rappers shrink whenever they mention me. Leave it in the piece. Be still, I need a refill of decent. Cheek drill a master, we feel your actions don't match your active people. Back and start the rapper, be still the rapture just happened. Craft the deep will, your faction so whack. I'm rationally skilled and most won't call that, but we will. I'm master free will and 83 wheels and pass it. Been crashing, be still and patch your street still can't match your G will go into we. I gotta move, I gotta go, I gotta prove, I gotta know, is it the truth? I gotta grow, I gotta grow, I gotta grow, I gotta win, I gotta see, gotta repeat, my odyssey, hands in the sky, come follow me, come follow me, come follow me, I gotta leave, whoa. You can trap everyone else, but you ain't trapping me, no. Be talking that and they ain't even seen. Just trying to get in the swim like I caught me a green coat. I do it for the city, the one you can lean on.
Tell me if I'm looking better. Just the other night I was playing with this fed up. My mama said I'm acting kinda different. It's probably all the that I've been missing. I don't tell nobody cause I don't do any. All these catch you slipping. Hope I find the truth while I'm alive. Before I say goodbye. Before they tell me all the I did was just a lie. This really ain't my life. Taking out this notebook every day. Writing down my feelings cause it makes me feel okay. Promised you I'd take you from that life you living now. But then we hit the ground. They say that they we running down your villas. No, they probably looking cause they know that I'm cooking. That's probably what they took it. I wish I told you all that's in my head instead. I don't give a what you expect, so put your pride to rest. I saw you, now you pull up on me, tell me where you wanna go. It's 3 a.m.
joining us for this NBA 2K action. We've got a contest featuring my player, and this is an interesting build, so let's see what we got.
In this game, we'll see the Phoenix Suns against the Milwaukee Bucks. Here we go, basketball fans. Joined by Brian Banafitemi and Tim Swartz, this is Blake Suniga welcoming you in. All eyes on my player tonight.
I'll definitely be tracking him, Blake. I'm excited to see where his game is. Each contest is a different environment, and each game presents new challenges. How you deal with those questions says a lot about your future.
Finally, we agree, Brian. But quite frankly, for anyone in the NBA, that is the challenge. Every game is different between team styles, the players you'll face. So how can you adjust? If things aren't going perfectly, how do you deal with failure? It's the best league in the world. Nothing comes easy.
A really interesting build, running the point for the Bucks. How does that look for you?
I think it's a tremendous opportunity. Milwaukee is 100% dedicated to bringing their city a title. With Giannis in his prime, and really Giannis maybe being the best player in the world, there is pressure in this build. You don't get to ease in, but amazing talent on this team.
They've surrounded Antetokounmpo with shooters, so as a one, you have plenty of options to pass the ball to. And with all the attention the former MVP gets, those driving lanes will be open.
2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
Yeah, that's right. And he was ultra safe with that dunk.
Better safe than sorry.
Better safe than sorry, indeed. And look, that's how he should be. You want to remove all doubt.
Here's Phoenix now. All outside. Booker outside. Pass to Ayton. And stolen by my player. Great D that time from DeAndre Ayton. To the middle. And Booker with the slam.
Whether it's a dunk or a jump shot, Booker's wide-ranging skills make him a consistent scoring threat.
Now here's my player. Tight defense. On him. And my player throwing it down hard.
The rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground.
The ground is shaking.
Yeah, that's Showtime stuff. Just major highlight reel material.
Terrific perspective thanks to our AT&T 5G Slam Cam.
Booker with it. Now guarded by my player. And that one's good. Ayton.
Boasting a beautiful combination of vision and playmaking ability. Booker's special with the ball in his hands.
And it seems like overnight with a move or two, you know, teams can go from rebuilding to contenders for the NBA title. It's just crazy.
Well, we saw that with Brooklyn adding KD and Kyrie, the Clips bringing in Paul George and Kawhi to Los Angeles. If you can save some cap space, build a pile of assets, you can change the fortunes of an organization really quick.
Well, if you're a guy like MP, you never know what your next year will look like. Remember, on the other side of the spectrum, OKC traded Paul George and Russell Westbrook. All of a sudden, the Thunder are rebuilding. So you have to be ready as a young player for your situation to change at any time.
Out to the left wing. 5 to shoot. Shot is good by Paul.
Their crisp passing has opened things up offensively.
Yeah, it makes the game easy. 10 straight points off of an assist. That's impressive.
And my player gets it to go.
They can't ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter. I mean, seriously, he's doing it all for his team right now.
And they're on the break. Goes up, throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. Devin Booker picks one up.
Using quick, active hands, Holiday knows a thing or two about collecting steals.
Team foul. At the line for Milwaukee, my player.
The Suns trailing. That's tipped and stolen by my player. And my player throws it down.
Quick hands of the steal, and Matt hops in the slam.
Great sequence for them, defensively and offensively.
And good defense leads to easy baskets.
Yeah, Tim, you hit it right on the head. One usually leads to the other, and that's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball.
And here's Booker. And thinking of Drew Holiday, let's say you're a point guard that wants to successfully coexist with him. How would you do it?
Well, he's a seasoned floor general who knows a thing or two about running an NBA offense. So as a point guard, I wouldn't worry too much about initiating. I would focus more on executing when the ball comes your way.
But he's also a good scorer, and I'm sure he'd appreciate the chance to work off the ball at times. We've seen him do it a few times. So in that case, you better be ready to put your handles in vision on full display.
That one drops for him.
He's having quite the quarter here, shooting the ball really well.
Outside Holiday. Pass to Middleton. Here's my player. And Paul pulls it down.
That's his second foul of the first quarter. They may want to sit him for a while to avoid number 3.
That falls. Nice feed that time from Antetokounmpo.
3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The defense better start buckling down.
They're getting exposed and punished down low.
Paul with it. Picked up by Holiday. Right wing. Pass to Bridges. 5 on the clock. Paul lets the 3 fly. The second chance effort, and it's good for 2.
A quality rebounder. It's Ayton's timing that allows him to control board after board.
And my player throws it down.
He's been ever present in the paint today, getting so many of his points from in tight.
Here's Paul. Bridges. Middleton defending, and the basket by Booker.
With a multifaceted offensive skill set, Booker's a threat to score once he crosses half court.
And so both teams trading buckets as we end. And it's obviously still early, but with one period in the books, how are you liking my player's performance so far?
To me, his instincts on defense really showed through. Picked up a number of steals, and that's the kind of thing that can get you out and running, get you easy baskets.
It's also the kind of thing that can fluster an offense, especially if it keeps happening. Now, we're going to see if they're able to adjust and start taking better care of the ball.
What a potential player to team up with as a my player point. 2019 NBA MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo. How do you work with him?
You might be a point as your official position on the roster, but you need to learn to play without the ball. Giannis is a great playmaker, especially late in games. He can dominate the ball. So before we get into traditional one skills, the ability to spread the court with shooting is huge.
And Giannis draws a ton of attention, so you will get open looks. I would say just look to get Giannis involved when you do have the ball. If he has a mismatch, find him ASAP. But with how great of a teammate he is, man, what a star to run with.
And it's my player missing. The Suns leading. And the foul called on my player. That's his third foul of the game.
Already, he's looking at his third foul. Coach will probably look to sit him down until the third quarter.
Pass to Booker. And they pick up 2.
A creative scorer and a mid-range assassin. Good luck keeping Booker in check.
Here's my player. And it's Booker with the rebound. Here's Phoenix now. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Here's Payne. Antetokounmpo with the block.
Antetokounmpo's size is a huge factor. A shot-swatting maestro. That's a shot he had to take.
No question. The decision was good, just didn't execute.
The alley-oop layup, very well done.
No hesitation at all on the alley. And bang, lobbed it right up there for him.
And he was ready for it. Elevated and made the catch.
And the flush.
And he chose the conservative finish with a nice, easy layup. That was smooth, right?
Phoenix calls timeout.